Among Bhishma, Dronacharya, and Karna, who was the most powerful? In ancient India, three warriors stood tall like mountains, each with their own legend. Bhishma, Dronacharya, Karna. Their names echoed in every corner of the Mahabharata. But here's the burning question that still sparks debates in classrooms, WhatsApp groups, and even temple corridors. Who was the strongest among them? Let's set the scene. You're standing in the middle of Kurukshetra, arrows flying, war cries in the air. The sun burns above you. In front of you stand three giants, not just with muscle and weapons, but with stories carved in pain, loyalty, and fate. But before we judge, let's meet each one. First up, Bhishma. Born as Devavrata, he was no ordinary man. This guy took a vow. Not just any vow, but one so powerful the gods paused to watch. He said, "I will never marry. I will never claim the throne. I will protect this kingdom till my last breath." And boom, the heavens rained flowers. That's how he earned the name Bhishma, the one with the terrible vow. Now here's where it gets wild. In battle, nobody could kill him. He had a boon. He could choose when to die. Even mighty warriors were afraid of him. Bhishma rode into battle like a lion, his white beard flying in the wind, his arrows never missing. But he was also bound by rules. He followed Dharma like a textbook. That was his strength and his weakness. Next, meet Dronacharya, the man behind every great warrior. He trained the Pandavas and the Kauravas. If Bhishma was the shield, Drona was the sword master. Sharp, cold, and brilliant. He was unbeatable in weapons, clever in war tactics, and even took on a full kingdom with just his bow. Remember Drupada? Drona brought him to his knees just to prove a point. But don't be fooled. Drona wasn't heartless, just deeply wounded. He had pride, pain, and a strange way of showing love. In the war, when he took command after Bhishma fell, the battlefield shook. He created the Chakravyuham, a maze of death. Only Abhimanyu dared to enter it. Only Drona knew how to exit. Powerful? No doubt. But also vulnerable. His heart was tied to his son, Ashwathama. That became his soft spot. Now let's talk about the most debated warrior of them all, Karna. He wasn't born into royalty. He wasn't trained by kings. But he burned with something even more dangerous than skill. Revenge. Born to Kunti and the sun god, he was abandoned as a baby. Raised by a charioteer, Karna spent his whole life fighting labels like low birth. But fate had other plans. He became the student of Parashurama, the ultimate warrior. He mastered every weapon. His arrows roared like thunder. Even Arjuna, his arch-rival, feared him. But Karna had a curse. Many actually. His chariot wheel would get stuck. He'd forget the most powerful weapon when needed. He gave away his divine armor and earrings. Right before war. Still, when he entered the battlefield, even gods paused to watch. Powerful? Oh yes. But fate was cruel to him. So now, picture this. Bhishma standing like a fortress, unstoppable unless he allows it. Drona forming deadly war formations, commanding armies like chess pieces. Karna, burning with raw passion, dueling gods and destiny. Now the big question, who was the most powerful? Let's break it down. Warrior strength's weaknesses, Bhishma immortal, till he willed death, too bound by dharma. Dronacharya genius for tactics and weapons emotionally attached to son Karna. Divine power, unmatched courage, cursed and constantly betrayed. And the verdict, Bhishma was the most complete warrior. Power, leadership, wisdom. Drona was the brains of war, a living war machine. But Karna was the most powerful in spirit, because he fought fate, not just enemies. So who wins? If we talk about pure battlefield strength, many agree Karna would have crushed all, if fate had been fair. But in terms of strategy and stability, Bhishma still rules. So here's the teen-friendly truth. Karna was the most powerful warrior that fate never allowed to win.